Hey everyone! Welcome back to BRICS Financial Hub and Insight. Today, we're diving into the BRICS currency, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and its potential to shake up the global stage. We're talking about a seismic shift in the world's economic order, challenging the US dollar and raising questions about the future. So, buckle up as we explore 5 ways the BRICS currency could turn global trade on its head. First up, let's talk about the potential impact on trade between the BRICS nations. These countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are some of the world's largest emerging economies. Their combined economic power is immense, and their trade relationships are crucial for global markets. Right now, if Brazil wants to sell coffee to India, it's a hassle with currency exchanges and fees. The process involves multiple steps, from converting Brazilian real to Indian rupee, to dealing with fluctuating exchange rates and transaction fees, which can be both time-consuming and costly. But imagine a world where these BRICS nations all operate under one currency. This single currency could simplify transactions, making it easier for businesses to trade across borders without worrying about exchange rates or additional fees. Trading becomes smooth, with lower transaction costs and faster agreements. Businesses could negotiate deals more efficiently, leading to quicker turnaround times and increased profitability. This increased efficiency could lead to a boom in trade between these nations. Ports would be busier, shipping routes more active, and the overall volume of traded goods would likely surge. China could more easily import raw materials from Brazil and Russia. This would streamline supply chains, reduce costs, and enhance production capabilities for Chinese manufacturers. India could export software and services to South Africa. The tech industry in India, known for its innovation and expertise, could find new markets and opportunities in South Africa, boosting both economies. This increased trade could lead to stronger economic ties, creating a powerful bloc. The BRICS nations could leverage their collective strength to negotiate better trade deals and influence global economic policies. Of course, there are challenges. Implementing a single currency among diverse economies with different financial systems and policies is a complex task. Getting 5 different economies on the same page with a single currency is no walk in the park. It requires significant coordination, trust, and compromise among the member nations. But hey, stranger things have happened. With the right political will and economic strategies, the BRICS nations could potentially overcome these hurdles and create a unified economic front. Next up, let's address the US dollar's dominance in the global financial system. For decades, the US dollar has been the cornerstone of international trade and finance. It has served as the world's reserve currency, a safe haven in times of economic uncertainty, and a benchmark for global transactions. However, the emergence of a BRICS currency could potentially shake that dominance. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are exploring the idea of creating a new currency to facilitate trade among themselves. Think of it like the US dollar has been the prom king, reigning supreme at the dance, but suddenly there's a new contender vying for the crown. A gradual shift away from the dollar as the go-to currency for international trade is possible. This shift could be driven by the desire for more balanced economic power and reduced dependency on the US economy. This shift could lead to a more multipolar world, where economic power isn't concentrated in the hands of a single nation, but is distributed more evenly across different regions. Nations could trade without constantly looking over their shoulders at the US economy, fostering a sense of economic independence and stability. Of course, this potential shift wouldn't be without its hiccups. There would be significant adjustments and uncertainties as the global financial system adapts to a new player in the game. There'd be adjustments and uncertainties, with nations and businesses needing to navigate the complexities of a changing economic landscape. But hey, change can be good, right? It can lead to innovation, new opportunities, and a more resilient global economy. Let's see how it unfolds. The future of global finance is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the landscape is evolving, and we're all along for the ride. Moving on, let's delve deeper into what the BRICS currency could mean for economic sovereignty and global power dynamics. Russia and China haven't been shy about challenging the US-led world order. These two nations, along with their BRICS counterparts, are looking for ways to reduce their dependency on the US dollar. Relying on the US dollar for trade leaves them vulnerable to economic sanctions. This dependency can be a significant leverage point for the US, allowing it to exert pressure on countries that don't align with its policies. A BRICS currency could provide a way to bypass some of those pressures. By creating a new, shared currency, these nations aim to insulate themselves from the economic influence of the US. With a common currency, these nations could trade more freely among themselves, reducing transaction costs and exchange rate risks. This could lead to a more integrated and resilient economic bloc. This newfound freedom could empower these nations to act more independently. They could negotiate trade deals and economic partnerships on their own terms, without the looming threat of US sanctions. They could pursue their own economic interests without constantly worrying about the status quo. This shift could lead to a more multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed. Now, whether that leads to a more stable or chaotic world is another question. The introduction of a new currency could disrupt existing financial systems and create uncertainty in global markets. But a BRICS currency could embolden these nations to chart their own course. It represents a bold step towards redefining global economic governance and challenging the dominance of the US dollar. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on global trade agreements. For years, these agreements have often favored developed nations, but a BRICS currency could disrupt this dynamic. With a new currency comes the opportunity to establish new trade frameworks. These new frameworks could prioritize the needs of developing nations. Imagine a world where trade agreements reflect a more diverse range of perspectives. Of course, getting there won't be easy. It'll require negotiation and compromise, but the potential for a fairer, more inclusive global trading system is worth striving for. Finally, let's talk about the potential for a BRICS currency to drive innovation in financial technology. Setting up a new global currency requires serious technological firepower. The BRICS nations are already investing heavily in fintech. This fintech frenzy could lead to faster, more secure transactions. Imagine a world where sending money internationally is as easy as sending a text message. This wave of innovation could benefit everyone, from corporations to individuals. It's a rare moment when a technological advancement makes life easier for everyone. So, while the BRICS currency might seem distant, its ripple effects could be felt globally. Let's see how this fintech revolution unfolds. So, there you have it. 5 ways the BRICS currency could shake up global trade. It's a story of shifting power dynamics and economic innovation. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the BRICS currency? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Thanks for watching.